99% of men never do this, yet it's precisely the thing that naturally attracts women. At first, it may sound a bit exaggerated, but think about it for a moment. How many men have you seen who are attractive, confident, and even financially successful, yet still struggle to build genuine, meaningful connections with women? The truth is, it's not really about looks, money, or social status. What many men fail to recognize are the small but incredibly powerful habits that make someone unforgettable. These are the subtle details that work beneath conscious awareness, the quiet signals that speak directly to a woman's emotional core without her even realizing it. And the most frustrating part for many men is that these habits aren't complicated at all. They don't require expensive gifts, grand gestures, or years of experience. They simply require awareness, intention, and a willingness to move beyond the shallow patterns that most men fall into. Clears throat. Today, I'm going to reveal 5 things women secretly desire, even though they rarely communicate them directly. These are not the usual cliché flirting tricks, but subtle psychological triggers rooted in human nature and timeless Stoic wisdom that can completely change the way a woman perceives you and experiences your presence. If you haven't understood these principles yet, then you're missing out on the kind of attraction that remains in her mind long after you've gone, and that's the type of attraction that truly matters. Not the temporary interest that fades the second you leave, but the deep and lasting impression that causes her to remember you weeks or even months later. Before we continue, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the insights that could change everything for you. Let's begin. The first secret, the power of touch before intimacy. Imagine yourself on a date. The conversation is flowing naturally. You're both laughing, and everything seems comfortable, yet something still feels absent. There's a subtle sign that the connection hasn't fully formed. You walk her home, send a message later, and then nothing. No reply. This is where most men make a mistake. They assume attraction is built only through words, humor, interesting stories, or clever conversation. But human connection is much more complex than that. Women connect not only with what you say, but with how they feel when they are around you. Your energy, your presence, and your physical awareness all matter. One of the most overlooked ways to deepen that emotional connection is through touch. Not forceful or aggressive touch, but touch that feels natural, respectful, and gentle. A light, non-sexual touch before intimacy can completely change the dynamic. A soft touch on her arm, a gentle hand on the small of her back, or briefly holding her hand. Small gestures like these often communicate more than endless words ever could. Without saying a single word, they communicate, "I care about you. You're safe with me. I'm fully present in this moment." The biggest mistake men make is attaching expectations to touch. They touch because they want something in return. Women can sense that intention almost immediately. Instead of creating comfort, it creates pressure. But when a man can offer touch without expecting anything back, he stands apart from the crowd. He becomes someone who creates a feeling of safety, and safety is the foundation of real attraction. Think about it. When you lightly touch her arm while making a point, or gently guide her through a crowd with your hand on her back, you're doing more than making physical contact. You're communicating that you are a leader, a protector, and someone who is aware of her presence. It's a silent language that goes beyond words, and it's a language women have instinctively responded to for centuries. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop arguing about what a good man is. Be one. Remain calm, centered, and self-aware." Most men never fully understand this principle, which is why they struggle to create meaningful connections. But the men who do understand it become unforgettable because they recognize that attraction is not a transaction. It is an experience. And that experience begins with how you make her feel in the smallest, quietest moments. The second secret, the art of flirting with respect. Many men tend to fall into one of 2 extremes. Either they flirt excessively and appear desperate, or they hold back so much that they never express interest at all. The truth lies somewhere in between. Women enjoy flirting when it feels confident, natural, and respectful. It's not about memorizing pickup lines or trying too hard to impress. It's about energy. It's about creating a warm, relaxed, and playful atmosphere that flows naturally, like a dance that generates both comfort and curiosity at the same time. For example, if she says she loves Italian food, most